good, y'all? Let's talk about parabonding and why it's difficult or almost impossible for a lot of people to do it, and why you should understand this so you don't get caught up in trying to parabond with somebody who really there's no chance. Some of y'all might think, well, I'm the best, I'm the best one for them. I'm going to make them change their mind. When they meet me, I'm going to knock their socks off. They're going to parabond. But the problem is this. A lot of people, believe it or not, that are like what you would call players and female and male players and shit, a lot of them do be wanting to parabond. They feel like they got to find the perfect right person, but when they do, they still ain't satisfied. And the reason why is because they've dealt with so many women or men, and not only have they dealt with so many women or men, they talk to so many women or men. So when they even if you are the person they should choose, right? Let's just say you're the person they should choose. It's probably not going to happen because it's never enough. They're so used to dealing with so many different women or men that it's just not enough, dog. Even if you are the perfect person, they can't see it. They can't see it like that because it's harder for them to appreciate one woman or man because they deal with so many. It's kind of like a rich man who once was poor. When he was poor, it was easy for him to appreciate the food and the dollar, everything. But then when he got rich, or any man that's rich, damn near, it's hard for them to appreciate shit, man. That's why it's hard for a man that's rich to be happy. Because they can have anything. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying all rich men are unhappy, but it's harder because of that. It's even harder for them to be happy with one woman, because they can get so many. Now dumb that shit down and apply it to both genders on a lower scale. You don't even have to be rich. You could just be a woman or man that gets a lot of attention from people or social media, you know what I mean? It makes it hard for someone to appreciate someone, man. Plain and simple. No matter how good they are, don't matter. They could be the perfect person for you and everything you wanted. Your dream girl or dream guy, and you still might fumble because of the parabonding damage that is caused by dealing with so many different people. I can't make this shit up, y'all. It's harder for them to appreciate one person. Even let's hypothetically say it's their dream woman or man. It's still difficult for them to appreciate that person because the damage that has been caused from dealing with so many different women and men. And it don't even got to be sexually. It could be just interacting with different women and men. Oh, I open my phone and there's 1,000 men in my phone. So therefore, I might like a couple more than the other, but for the most part, man, they come a dime a dozen. Too many men after me, so I don't really appreciate them. Same thing, vice versa with a man. Too many women I could talk to or sleep with, so I don't appreciate it. It's the truth, man. It's the truth. Now I can't cap. If I was a woman, it would be hard for me to appreciate if I had so many men trying to talk to me. It'd be hard to appreciate, like, man, I can get anyone I want. So all y'all pretty much the same. Yeah, a few might stand out here and there, woman or man, right? Yeah, a few might stand out here and there. But once you bite the apple of the player's apple, let's just call it the player's apple. Once you bite that player's apple, it's hard to go back to that I just want love apple. It's hard to go back to that love apple after you bit that player's apple. Because the effects that it causes and shit. It's hard to go back to just one person after you then, not only did you get hurt or love didn't work, not only that, but you went out and you explored different people. It makes it difficult. And again, I cannot stress, even if a player, a female or male player wanted to say, you know what, I don't even want to sleep around no more. Man, the damage that could be caused or could have been caused from being a player, it might be a point of no return, man. I'm just being honest with y'all. It's just too hard to appreciate. I've never been in that vibration of player. Maybe when I was like a teenager. But after like 18, I was always trying to deal with one woman. To this day, I still only desire to deal with one woman. That don't mean that I haven't had my share of females, but I always desired to deal with one woman. I never really had the mentality of being a player. I never really went out and really sold my royal oats, whatever you want to call it. I mean, yeah, I did my thing, but not like I'm literally going to go out and do. No, it never worked like that with me. It was always, all right, I'm dealing with some women, then I meet one, and I want to be with her. You know, dealing with some woman because it didn't work out with her. Then I meet another one, I want to be with her. It was never no strict, I'm a player, I'm knocking them all down type shit. But ain't no way. There's just no way, like you, man, I just don't see it. Ain't no way a man is used to dealing with a lot of women, or a woman used to dealing with a lot of men, and then boom, out the blue one day, they just going to say, you know what, I'm just going to deal with one woman. Even if they did it, again, I cannot stress, even if they did do it, they probably still wouldn't be satisfied, therefore they would resort back to who they are. It just is what it is. Because the consequences, or should I say the effects of being a player, or choosing to be a player deliberately, you know, it could have a lifetime effect on a woman or man, especially females, but men too. So your dream girl might not, you're still not satisfied. You still get that itch. Man, I've listened to some men tell me, I just can't help it, dog. I just can't do it, dog. I just gotta fuck another girl. It is what it is, man. You know, once you get used to that, it's hard to just go back to one woman or one man, and that's what's going on. And then the social media is the gasoline to that. The social media is the gasoline to people already been out here, you know, making it hard. People who find it hard to just deal with one person. Social media is just the gasoline, because social media makes it easier for you to interact with women and men. It doesn't necessarily mean that you sleeping with them or you slept with a lot of people. Just the simple fact of you interacting with a lot of different men or a lot of different women can make it hard for you to keep interest on one person. You ever hear somebody like, I just lose interest, I get bored with them quick and shit, that type shit, man. Some people really have to, it's really going to take a lot, it's going to take everything in them to figure out why it's hard for them to Parabond and to actually do it with somebody one day. Because if they don't figure it out, what's going to happen is they're going to come across the perfect person in their mind, right? And they're going to fumble it. Because they're going to think they're not satisfied. And that's what happens when you're texting 20 people and sleeping with 20 people and all that. How can you appreciate one? How? If I'm texting 20 different women, what good does this girl's text mean, really? I'm being serious. If you're texting 20 men, what good does that text mean from that guy? Even if you like the guy a lot, what does it mean? It don't really mean shit, because you're talking to other people too. That's what's going on. That's why y'all be like, man, why is it hard for this generation to just stick with one person? That's why. Look how easy it is. Again, social media is the gasoline. Like, it was already bad before social media. Like the 90s and stuff, people been doing this. Probably 80s and 70s and shit. They probably been doing this. But now the social media just made it damn near impossible. They're going to lose interest in you. Or they might like you a lot, but that itch, I just got to talk to other men or talk to other women. That itch. It's just like, it's like you eating the same food forever, and you're like, man, I just want something different. Now, a bodybuilder, he can pull it off because he's used to that. Now, translate the bodybuilder being someone who chose to just deal with one person. Like, they actually want to just deal with one person. They can be satisfied with one person. They can be satisfied with one text. They can be satisfied with one person, whatever. But people who didn't go that route, nah, they're not going to be satisfied with one person. I hate to break it to y'all. I know that's not what y'all want to hear. Y'all think y'all going to change somebody and all this. Nah, some people, it's too late, man. They've been doing this way too long in their life. They've been doing it way too long for them to turn back. They'll never be loyal to one person. They can't. Even if they tried, they can't do it, man. You cannot go from doing this. I can't go from liking this type of curved asses all my life. You know what? I'm just going to like a woman with no ass at all. I mean, good luck with that. I'm just being honest. Good luck with it. But what makes it even worse for them to parabond, or even if it's the right person to them, even if it's a person that he thinks almost perfect, what makes it hard is because they've been used to dealing with so many other people, and so many people are still coming at them. Let's not forget, temptation is still there. So all in all, when you sleep with a lot of people, right, and you interact with a lot of people, not like social, like, hi, how you doing type shit. No, I mean like getting, like texting a bunch of people and shit. You know, talking to them like you trying to get at them, right? The more you do that and the more you sleep with people, the more it's going to be almost impossible for you to parabond or for someone to parabond with you if they're doing it. Period. I cannot make this shit up. But genuinely, a lot of people, you will find that a lot of people do desire to just kick it with one person, have one person. But they can't. Well, I ain't going to say a lot, but there are some people out there. There's a good number of people out there who you would perceive to be players that actually want to be with one person, but they don't know how to do it. They can't. I mean, they know how to do it, but they can't do it. Because the effects of them being a player, or should I just say, you know, dealing with multiple people sexually or interacting, it's hard to be satisfied with that one person, man. It's hard to be satisfied with that one person's attention, that one person's sex, that one person's this, that one person's that. That's male or female. That is just not females, it's males too. It's males too, man. And don't let them be somebody who can attract a lot of people, because it's really a problem. Ain't no fucking way. Ain't no way. Unless there's somebody that can attract people who chose to never try to be a player, then yes, because people who don't try to be a player all their life, who wasn't trying to be a player all their life, can actually be happy with one person because they've always been with one person. You know, so they always try to get with one person. And like when they go on a date, they're only dealing with one person. Maybe they're dealing with, they know of 3 or some shit. But they're not dealing with 10 and 20 and all that crazy ass shit. In other words, they can actually appreciate going on a date with a person. They can actually feel the full effect of the value of the person. But when you've been dealing with multiple people, you can't feel that value of one woman or man. They become less valuable to you because you've been dealing with everybody. That's whether you sleeping with them or just dealing with them. So their attention, their sex, or whatever, it doesn't mean as much. It doesn't have the same effect. It's no different than a man with $1 million who dropped $1 and a man who dropped his last dollar down the sewer or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Which one you think gonna hurt worse? You know what I mean? Or you down to your last, your house burned down and that's all you had, but or you're a millionaire and your house burned down. Yeah, it's gonna be salty, but it ain't gonna hurt as much. Just like I said earlier with the rich man, why it's hard for a lot of rich men to be happy is because they can have anything they want. They can have any woman they want. They really can't be happy there because they can have any woman they want. They can have anything they want. So it makes it harder. You know, I'm not saying all rich men are happy, but it's hard to be happy when you're a rich man because they can have anything they want. The only way a rich man gonna really be happy is he gotta look inside himself. But most ain't gonna do that. It's just hard to appreciate a woman or man when you're dealing with multiple. Plain and simple. So that's why you'll see a lot of people say I lost interest and I just can't sleep with one pussy or whatever they be saying. All that crazy stuff they be saying. That's why, man. So until the next one, man, I'm gonna get up at y'all with the next one. But that's all I gotta say for now, man. The more people you sleep with and the more people you're dealing with throughout your life, the more harder it's going to be to parabond with somebody. Meaning, the more it's going to be harder for you to appreciate somebody. They take you on a date, they do all this crazy stuff, all this nice stuff. If you're a person that's talking to multiple people or used to talking to multiple people and shit, that shit ain't going to mean much. As soon as you get home, you back texting somebody else and shit. But if you're a person that's like you're used to dealing with like one person at a time, or you're not so popular and all this other shit, it's gonna mean more to you, man. And so will the person. That's all I gotta say for now, y'all. Y'all stay up.